G'day everyone, Elamein is an annoying shield boss, and honestly, the single biggest tip I can give you right up front is to use the Deep Shadow 4 set bonus, which gives 90% guard penetration. This means that all the blocking that she does with her shield, 90% of your damage is going to go straight through that. It doesn't matter how good your current build is, I promise 90% guard penetration is going to do more work on this fight. And the 2 and 3 set are good anyway, as long as you're attacking from the front, which you usually are, you do 15% more stamina damage and 10% more overall damage. If you don't have it, you can get 3 pieces from the chest in this room with the big frenzied spider that jumps out at you. This is in the underground laboratory entrance of El Ravaka village. And then back in the village entrance of El Ravaka, you can climb up some ladders and then go down through this roof and you can get the scroll so you can craft whatever pieces you're missing or need. And I also tested the different elemental weaknesses of Alamein as best I could, and it seemed to me that the poison status effect applied the quickest and easiest. So I recommend the poison enhancer and concentrated essence. The lightning cleanse potion and those 2 sealed lightning accessories also are very helpful because Alamein does lightning damage. Make sure to apply poison enhancer before you go through. Quick tip, this shield leap that she starts with never reaches you, so just be ready to brink guard the thrust that follows for huge stamina damage. Now, something to note when you walk through the room is that Elamein's shield is not buffed yet. As she blocks your attacks throughout the fight, her shield will charge up, which basically just makes her attacks more dangerous and adds elemental damage to her shield attacks. So the start of the fight is actually your best chance to be very aggressive and unload your biggest combo on the boss with biggest hitters and the biggest staggering abilities that your weapon has. If you brink guard the initial thrust, you might even be able to stance break her like this, although the greatsword is particularly good at that with the counter strike skill, so you might not be able to stance break her. I'm just chaining together attacks here, and between the Greatsword's Knight's Veil pulses and penetrating through her guard, I'm able to just keep her staggered for a while and do like a third of her health bar. Now, after just that initial combo, you can see that the poison status has already been applied, dealing about 500 damage every second for a while until that wears off. This is just super free damage, and all it took was me applying the poison enhancer on my weapon before I walked into the room. Now, the general strategy for this fight is to brink guard her basic sword and shield abilities. There's only about 3 or 4 combos to know here and to practice brink timing, and then everything else you're just going to spam dodge. It doesn't matter if you're getting brink dodges or not, you're just going to be dodging everything. Brink guarding is particularly effective because a lot of her thrust attacks and shield slams, when brink guarded, deplete a lot of her stamina. I'm talking like a quarter to a third of the bar at a time. So I'll show you those 3 or 4 combos that we do want to brink guard at the end of the fight in detail if you need help with them. As you can see, I'm staying close to her and I'm just waiting for her to initiate upon me so that I can brink guard her attacks. It seems she's more likely to use those basic combos if you stay in close range of her. Now, if you didn't notice, the poison wore off about 10 seconds ago, so I'm going to use the concentrated poison essence just to help reapply that. Before and after brutal attacks is a particularly good time to use those. And just like that, she's poisoned again, and that'll last till she dies. We haven't seen many of them this fight, but the reason we dodge pretty much everything else except for these basic sword and shield combos is A, because it's annoying to learn to brink time too many abilities, but also because a lot of them are elemental, lots of lightning damage, which will go through your brink guards. So here's the ones you should be aware of dodging. For the shield charge, just dodge these to the side and let her run past you. You should always expect 2 of these as well in a row, but there's not always. When the boss charges her sword like this, she's going to shoot a very fast ranged projectile at you. Just be ready to dodge these. She'll also sometimes do 2 of these in a row, so just be ready for that as well. There's a few different versions of these ranged lightning beams, but again, just spam dodge all of these. And when the boss does a big charge up like this, there'll be an initial pulse of damage which you need to dodge, and then just be ready for a big dodge any direction for the landing. Iframe skills like Furious Swipe can be helpful for this. And just be aware that if at any point you get exhausted, as in you get depleted stamina and the boss attacks you, the boss will do this grab attack, so watch your stamina. Now for a few basic sword and shield combos that we want to brink guard. The first is a basic shield charge, followed with either a thrust or a leap. You want to brink guard the shield charge, so when you see the boss crouch down to the side in this stance here, there'll be a very short pause and then you need to guard straight away because the charge is almost instant. This will stagger the boss back so you can retaliate with some damage. The next is the leaping shield bash, and again, if you brink guard the actual shield component, it'll stagger the boss back and you'll be able to retaliate with a bit of damage. Most of the shield attacks, if you brink guard them, this will happen. Next is the roundhouse shield bash, where she'll do this little 360 and then bash with the shield on the way through. It does look like she's using the sword, but it's not. It's actually her shield that does the strike. To brink guard this, you need to wait until the sword comes right round to the center line and the shield appears on the left a little bit. Again, same as the other shield components, if you brink guard the shield component, it'll stagger the boss back and you'll be able to get some damage in. Those 3 that start with a shield attack are the best to brink guard because they stagger the boss straight away. There's others like this that are mostly sword based, but if you brink guard them, it won't actually stagger the boss. Still worth learning if you want to. And as the boss starts to mix and match the combos, you can just generically dodge those sword attacks, and when you see a shield attack you recognize, brink guard that and carry on with some damage. The other really good one to brink guard if you can is this one here where she throws the shield and then runs at you with a slash. This does a lot of stamina damage, but it's a bit harder to time, so only do this if you're comfortable. And finally, a quick look at gear for those interested. I've got the Chaos Ridden 2 set and 4 set on the Deep Shadow. 2 of the Sealed Lightning accessories and the consumables I've already spoken about. And for the Greatsword players, if you're curious, I'll just pause this here. This is my skill page, and that's everything. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you liked the video, or leave a comment if you found another tip that was particularly useful, because it does help other people out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers.